Hi everyone! Magandang gabi sa inyong
Hello!
lahat.
Good
Hi Charms!
evening! Hello, Ron!
Okay, kulang tayo tonight. Wala si Ana, unfortunately. Busy siya sa kanyang taping yata. Tama ba?
Yeah, oo. So,
Artista kasi yun si Ana eh. Oh, hindi, seryoso ah. Pero biro, she does acting on the side. So talagang pag minsan, medyo busy ang buhay ni Ana. So we'll excuse her for this evening. Pero kasama niyo kami ni Charms. As always, tinitingnan ko mukhang we're still building up the number of people watching both on the community and dito sa page natin. Sa YouTube, hindi ko nababantayan. Charms, nakikita mo ba pag minsan?
actually, hindi. Sa
Sumisilip-silip mo?
community din ako. Sa community din ako
Hindi.
nagpo-focus eh.
Oo. Pero if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Make sure to subscribe. Tapos
Hello,
hit
hello
nyo yung
sa
bell
inyo dyan.
notification para anytime meron ma-notify kayo. Okay, tingnan natin.
Yes.
Who's here? Sino
Oh,
nandiyan, Charms, sa community?
I'm seeing Edward. I'm seeing Shan. Oh, sabi ni Shan, second time here sa Tambayan. Uy, thank you so much,
Okay.
Shan. Tama ba, Shan, yung
Pag nakatatlo
pronunciation?
na siya, bibigyan na ba natin ng voucher to? Ah,
Bigyan ka namin
baka
ng ano,
totohanin natin. Baka totohanin ni Sean
free
biglang
pass sa
tumistan.
Tambayan.
Oo.
Automatic packeting ka namin dito. Walang tanong-tanong.
Oo nga.
Gusto mo yon?
Pwede, no?
Ayan, so
Sagutin mo, Sean,
Lorlene
yan,
is
ha?
here.
Yes.
Lorlene. Sino pa ba mga
Sino
nandito?
pa nandito? Edward,
Yeah,
Kenya
Edward.
is here as well. Si Enrique naman is watching on the page kasama si Kint. Oh, ano ba name niya? Kint Freelancer. Available on Zoom ba? Kint, mamaya, if you have a question, pwede ka namin bigyan ng Zoom link natin if you want to join us live. Pwede ka magtanong live dito sa mga guests natin for this evening.
Yes.
Okay?
So, oh, we have first timer. Hi. Oh my gosh. GD ba to? Sana na-pronounce ko siya ng maayos. So, si
Oo.
Tintin din saying hello and
Yes.
Lily. Ba't parang
Si
nabubulol ako
Lily.
tonight? So guys, thank
Hindi,
you so much.
normal yan. Yung mga pangalan ng mga nanonood sa atin pag minsan medyo. Kagaya nito si Jevy Lin. Okay, hindi ko alam kung Jevy yung first name niya and Lin yung last name o Jevy Lin talaga. Hello daw from Batangas, si Ariel is watching from Catbalogan. Maraming tayong mga
Ayan,
audience all
tumataas na
over
yung
the.
numbers natin. We have
Yes.
Angelica waving. Wave din sa'yo. Hello. First timer sa
Sige.
Tambayan. Wow, nakakatuwa. Thank you so much.
I guess these are kasi every day naman we accept new people into the community. That's why we have new people watching. So, ayan na si Mama Roxy, tagging
Yes.
people.
Hi, Mama
So, before we go any
Rox.
further pala, Charms, before we even introduce our guest for this evening, I'd like to remind everyone lang super quickly that the Tribe, yung ating flagship program, is still open.
Oh,
Okay? So, open
nice,
pa rin
nice.
tayo for, in fact, we've been open for a full year now. Yata. Or October yata tayo nag-start mag-open. So, we're still open. Anybody who's interested in learning more about how to join the tribe, how to be part of the tribe, pwede kayo mag-comment dito sa live natin. Just comment with the word tribe.
Right.
Tapos ang gagawin namin, we'll have one of our success managers reach out to you via chat. So make sure to watch out sa message request folder ninyo because you might miss it. Pero if you comment with the word tribe, we'll have somebody reach out to you para makausap kayo and see if we can get you or we can take you in sa loob ng flagship program natin. Ay maraming first time si Gilbert sa page, si Vibel first time din daw. We've got sino pa bang first time dito? Jevelyn nga tama yung pangalan ko. Okay. May inaantay ako actually Charms.
Talaga ba?
si si Sir Ariel, hindi pa siya nag-hello. 'Di ba
Sige
yung
po.
avid na supporter natin from Guam 'yon. I'm sure nasa Guam pa siya ngayon.
Shout out
So
po kay
antayin
Sir
natin.
Ariel. Hello.
Sir Ariel Pagulayan. Usually nanonood siya. Shiroan, tama
Ito,
ba?
si Shiro Ann.
Shiroan,
Ang lakas mo
okay.
ka, Marimar Santibanies.
Oo nga yung buhok dito sa dibdib yan sinusuklay. Patawarin nyo kami pag na-murder namin yung pangalan nyo kung minsan talagang mahirap
Oo, guys,
mag-pronounce.
lalo nakabulol ako.
Anyway, so since nakamusta na kayo, it looks like we've got a good pool of people watching us. And before we introduce yung guest natin this evening, on the back of our recent blog post, kung kayo ay nasa community and if you're, kumbaga, naka-follow kayo doon sa page natin, we recently released a blog post. Okay, yung blog post is all about one of the first few things that you need to kumbaga get out of the way if you want to do freelancing, which is yung choosing a market and a skill. So if you're one of those who read the blog, we shared dun sa blog na yon. I think there was 4 or 5 ways to narrow down yung market and skill niyo. So for this evening, on top of the usual Q&A natin, um, we'll try to focus the conversation on that siguro. Pag-usapan natin ng konti yung mga ways on how to pick a market. And siguro itong dalawang guests natin for this evening because they've been long time tribe members.
Ooh,
Parang bago
nice.
pa magkaroon ng tribe members na itong mga to eh. Di ba? Pero
Exciting.
I'm sure they have a lot to share when it comes to, yun nga, no, picking a market and eventually identifying what skill to offer that market. So, without further ado, pakilala ko na sa inyo yung ating guest for this evening.
Woohoo!
Yung unang guest natin, okay, he's an all-around copywriter. He also does article writing and a bunch of other writing gigs as well. Ang nakakatuwa dito sa guest natin na to, he is still in corporate. He's been in corporate for quite some time.
Grabe no,
You'd
sabay.
be surprised pag nakita mo siya kasi mukhang batang-bata pa to si Sir eh. Pero
Agree
you'll be
ako dyan.
surprised of the number of years that he spent in corporate. And right now, he's still doing corporate and freelancing at the same time. Kanya na lang yung dahilan kung bakit. Pero I think he's enjoying yung corporate job niya pa rin. But anytime, I think he can actually resign and still live off of his freelancing career, kumbaga. So let's welcome, okay, si Mr. Pitts Arnaldo. Sir Pitts.
Woohoo! Hello!
Oh,
Ayun, no?
Rock
Ron, Brother Ron.
on!
Rock and roll. Sasabihin ko sana rock and roll, di ba? Sir, kamusta?
Good evening. Ayos naman. Ayos naman. Ayos.
Di ba?
Ron, thank you for inviting me. Tuwa
Oh,
naman.
Cool,
our
diba?
pleasure. Siyempre. And yung next nating guest for this evening who's gonna be sharing a lot of his insights as well. Ito, definitely bata pa to, I'm sure. And he's been with the tribe since the beginning as well. I think even before the tribe started, he's already been, in the same circle as John and other freelancers na rin. And he focused from the beginning pa lang, nag-focus na yata siya sa landing page or landing page development. I don't know what to call it even. Pero he's got his own Facebook group right now where he helps yung mga people are interested in creating landing pages. Doon niya tinuturo lahat ng alam niya when it comes to charging premium for this service and all of those things. Okay, so we'd like to welcome Sir Errol. Errol, good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Ayan,
evening. Hi,
diba?
guys.
So, si
Medyo dark.
Errol, bata pa to eh. Ilan taon ka na nga ba, Errol?
31.
Okay, kita nyo? O, diba? Batang-bata.
Papasa pa mga 20-something. Yes.
Oh, actually, pag unang tingin mo, para siyang 18 years old eh. O, diba?
Grabe ka, pinatanda ko na nga 20-something eh.
Ganon ka bata tingnan yan si Errol. No, seriously, the first
But
time
agree, I do
saw him,
agree. Yeah.
lalo sa personal, nakita ko. I remember nga sa Pansol, we were in an event, di ba? Kita.
Oo.
Bata pa nito ah. Sila siya, si Shin Marcelino looked very
Oo,
young.
oo.
Si
Pati si
Junji,
Junji.
obviously. Si Junji talaga sabi ko, ba't may bata rito? 15 years old yata tayong kasama. Pero yan, yung ilan sa mga talagang mga baby faces natin sa loob ng tribe. Kamusta ka, Errol?
Okay lang. Like what I've mentioned a while ago, medyo groggy pa dahil sa effect ng vaccine.
O, diba? Well, at least you're on your way to being fully
Yes.
protected. So that's very
Oo.
good. Evening, sabi ko nga, tatambay tayo dito. Kasi nga, Tribe Tambayan, di ba? We'll talk a little bit about your stories as well. Kung paano kayo napadpad sa freelancing siguro, how you got to know the tribe, si John, the circle. Pag-usapan natin some of your insights about certain things when it comes to freelancing as well. I'm sure marami kayong share dyan with the wealth of experience that you have. Tapos, mamaya, we'll invite the audience to ask questions. Okay? Anything goes to. Basta wag lang yung kortina ang tanong anong bagay na kortina. Pang homebodies yon. Hindi yon pang
Mamaya.
Okay? Pero anything that has to do with freelancing, establishing your own service-based business or freelance business, papatusin natin yan. Okay? We'll give them answers that they're looking for. So, bago tayo mag-proceed sa kwentuhan natin, Charms, paano sila makakasali dito if they wanna ask their questions live?
Ayan. So guys, if you have any questions, all you need to do is drop it now. Drop it while it's hot. Yeah, sorry. Drop nyo na sa comment box yung mga tanong nyo, and then someone will reach out to you. We'll give you the link so that you can join us here, and then you can personally ask your questions.
Yes.
Aba, mukhang may mga fans club na, let's go, Mayor. Ayan.
Oh,
Sabi
kasi si
ni
Mayor
Lali.
nga ang tawag dito kay Errol.
Bakit? Ba't Mayor?
Ayan,
John
tanongin mo
Mayer.
siya kung bakit.
Okay, yung kwento dyan is dahil kay Coach Bro Show din. So, nung pagpasok ko kasi sa tribe, yung nangyari kasi, I was assigned as a tribe leader. Tapos, yung parang pakulo ko that time was that, para umatan sila ng AC, what we're gonna be doing is, like, every AC, gumagawa ako ng slides, gumagawa ako ng parang mga freebies kung ano yung mga new strategies na gumagana. So, dahil dun, sinasabi nila, attend tayo ng AC dahil may ayuda si Errol. Tapos yun, si Coach Show din, tinawag akong mayor. So, yun yung yun yung kwento.
Yun. So may paayuda si Mayor every time na meron silang AC.
Oo.
Oh, di ba? Akala ko rin kung saan galing yung mayor na yan eh.
Oo nga eh.
But anyway, at
Si
least
Coach
alam
Show
natin
din
yun.
talaga.
Nickname niya talaga.
Okay. Sige, let me refresh my page kasi medyo nawala yung page ko rito.
Oh,
I'm
and
watching
Ron,
out
by
for
the way,
questions.
tumataas yung numbers natin, ha? So keep those
Oo
numbers
naman.
coming up, and drop your hearts, your care, your likes para mas mabump pa tayo at ma-energize tayo tonight. Ayan, may mga nagla-love
Na-surprise ka
na.
ba na dumadami yung nanonood?
Hindi ako nasusurprise. Alam kong madami talaga manonood kasi ang gagaling ng mga guests natin tonight. Pero,
Right.
natuwa ako kasi kanina nung nag-refresh ako nasa 20-something lang tapos biglang nag-40 plus. May delay kasi yung sa
Ganyan
sa
kalaki
ko.
yung jump, di ba?
50
Okay.
plus na ngayon, no? Wow.
Dami na kaagad. Anyway, I want to ask a few questions muna sa dalawang guests natin before kasi since nag-aantay pa tayo ng mga magtatanong. I want to ask a few questions. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, we recently released a blog article, okay, sa community. I don't know if you guys were able to read it, but whether you read it or not, I'm sure alam nyo naman to pag-usapan natin na to. The article was all about arguably the two most important things that any freelancer must choose bago sila mag-umpisa, which is, yun nga, the market and the scale, which is oftentimes, yan din yung madalas na tanong ng mga bagong freelancers, even older freelancers who might be encountering the tribe for the first time. Sa inyo, sa experience niyo when you started out, when you first learned about the way freelancing was being taught by John sa loob ng tribe, did you guys have any struggle then when it comes to picking your market first, or may struggle ba in a sense na you had yung tinatawag nilang parang muscle memory from previous freelancing styles na meron kayo? And how did that go for each of you? Kamusta yung start niyo basically? Mayor, you wanna go first, Mayor?
Bakit ako?
Wala lang.
Ano, may paayuda daw, sabi nun sa comment. Baka daw may paayuda.
Random lang yon.
Bata ka eh, ikaw una. Mas
Grabe,
bata ka.
bakit ako?
Grabe.
Anyway, Mayor, ikaw.
For me, nung pumasok kasi ako sa tribe, medyo may clue ako sa niching down, pero not that much. So, yung way ko sa pag-niche down, and then yan din yung sinishare ko sa mga friends ko, and then sa group, is more on yung, kumbaga, number one, wag niyong i-overcomplicate yung pag-niche down. Yan yung first. And then the second is more on, para mas mabilis siyang maintindihan, kasi yung niching down namin is more on data-centric na pag-approach sa kanya. Kumbaga, yung goal na, yung parang logic namin palagi is that the market will choose you, not the other way around. So, parang yung style namin is ganito. Yung analogy is super basic. Like, have you ever experienced na magpapakamot ka ng likod mo? Sabihin natin sa asawa mo. Papakamot ka ng likod mo, and then pagkamot nila sa likod mo, hindi nila kaagad mahanap yung kung asan yung part na Makati, and then sasabihin mo, pwede kang pumunta pa sa konting left naman or konting right, mga ganun. So same yung logic ng pag-niche down. When you offer your service, like for us, yung rule namin is find 5 to 10 clients na pwede mong makatrabaho. And then after those 5 to 10 clients, tingnan mo kung anong industry sila. Sabihin natin, for me, like seryosong usapan lang, working with 10 clients, for some weird reason, kasi nung start, I wanted to attract software as a service companies.
Okay.
Pero for some weird reason, what I was attracting was adult industry. So why would I kumbaga bakit ako magko-contradict sa market, 'di ba? It seems kumbaga nagkaroon ako ng higher affinity sa adult industry. So why would I argue with the market kung yun yung na-attract ko? So doon ako nakapag-position. Tapos and then another thing is that siguro yung reason din bakit nagkakaroon ng misconception regarding sa niching down is that actually yung niching down, pag i-search niyo siya sa Wikipedia, meron talaga siyang definition. So in a shortcut or in a shorter way, yung niching down is parang yung summary niya is to have focus lang talaga. And when you search on online jobs or Upwork, pwede naman kayong mag-position sa tools eh. Wala namang may nagse-search ng real estate freelancer, di ba? Usually yung sinasabi nila is Klaviyo email copywriter. So automatically, that's already niching down. Pero yung way mo na pag-niche down is more on sa tools lang. And same din yun sa ginagamit namin. Nag-niche down kami, depende sa tools. So, yun yung way.
Okay. That's a very interesting point that you made. Kasi nga, oftentimes when people start talking about, entering a specific market or industry or yung freelancing in particular, there's so many ways to enter. Kumbaga, there's so many ways to do it. You can start off with how people typically do it, which is they develop a skill and then they try to find a client to serve. Parang ganun, sa iyo, Sir Pets, sorry, before I go even further, yung experience mo, ano naman ang nangyari sa'yo?
So, pasok ko sa freelancing. Hindi agad sa Tribe eh. I tried social media, SMA. SMA muna ako. Then I enrolled in a Canadian course na naman siya, content creation. So para mga ebooks, then you sell it, create your own ebook, tapos gawa ka ng mga marketing affiliates. So
this from a certain Sir J din ang pangalan?
Hindi.
Iba.
Ka-intriga.
Iba siya.
Alam ko yung kilala ko eh.
Hindi yun. Pero parang ganon. Pero siya yung una kong nakita parts na siya. For some reason, hindi ako nakapag-enroll sa kanya or talagang type ko dati. Pero hindi eh. Pero kung dumating yun, ganon.
Gusto ko rin siya kaso sobrang mahal during that time.
So, yun. Pero yun na nag-open sa akin sa freelancing and I was in corporate na noon.
Right.
Talagang embedded na ako sa corporate and marami na akong ginawang mga sidelines. Nagtayo ako ng computer shop, bakery, o ano parts kasi kailangan mo ng revenue stream eh. Even, di ba, kailangan mo ng dagdag revenue stream. You really can't count on your on your paycheck eh. So yun. And salamat sa Diyos, napunta ako sa freelancing and ever since yun talaga pinaka the best na naging sideline or side hustle ko kasi hindi pa naman ako mahal sa work. Okay, so ano nga ba tanong ba't ako napunta ng copywriting?
Yeah, copywriting or writing lang in general kumbaga.
Yeah. So ako kasi parang isa sa naging courses ko, parang gawa ako ng website ko. So, ang turo naman nung nagsasabi sa akin, nagtuturo. Kuha ka ng writer para hindi ka na mahirapan. Ay ko, nagbayad pa ako. Hindi, kaya ko yan. Sabi ko, magsusulat ako, kaya ko yan. Tapos sinulat ko, WordPress pa ako naglalagay. Ay ko, okay naman. Tapos nung na-online siya, parang nagkaroon ako ng, alam mo, yung nakita mo online yung una mong ginawa. Murders magical yun eh, 'di ba? Iyaw ko sa ibang freelancer. Basta yung the first time nakita mo yung online na ginawa mo nag-online, kita mo. Parang may sense of accomplishment din. So agad. So yun, na-in love na ako sa writing nun. Sabi ko, kaya ko naman pala eh. Although, palpakis pa nun syempre. Malay ko ba? Akala ko nang galing ko na, pero palpakis pa pala ako na. Pero later on, yun nga, copywriting. Nag-enroll ulit ako sa ibang courses. Kapataas-pataas. Pero yung una kong job, $100 per month, pare. Tuwan-tuwa na ako. Sabi ko nun, putya, every month makakabili ko sapatos, parts. Diba? Every month may sapatos ako.
Parang JTL na JTL yung friend ko ah.
Ay, may pambili na ako ng mga ganun. Dati kasi wala, di ba? So, tapos, yun nga, yun yung na-open yung world mo. Tapos, ako naman yung, si Errol kasi maganda yung point of view niya, di ba? Yung sa picking ng niche. Ako naman, kasi may mga may mga na-mentor din ako na may trabaho din katulad ko. Kasi actually meron ako 3 ngayon tinuturuan. Mga tinuturuan ko kasi either basta nagtatrabaho, may day job, tapos first time mag-freelance. Very hard kasi sa katulad namin na all our life, alam lang namin yung paycheck namin. Mahirap mag-transition sa freelance kasi it's a different world, iba yung kausap mo, iba yung trabaho. Magkaiba, isipin mo magkaiba. Pero yung skills nung nade-develop namin during our job, nakakala namin hindi naman mapapakinabangan, di ba? Bawa, nag-email sa amin yung boss. Sasagot ka, di ba? Ingat mo rin sumagot. That's email, di ba?
Oo. Tama.
Iniisip mo rin yung susulat mo, kailangan maganda, sabi ko rito. Tapos, gawa ka ng IOM, papadala sa mga clients. O di clients, di kailangan. Medyo naintindihan ng client yung di client facing yung yung copy na pala yung ginagawa ko. So hindi ko alam. Pero yung kumbaga nahahammer in sa trabaho, hindi ko lang alam that time na I can use that pala. Kasi di ba, engineer ako, so alam ko lang kailangan marunong akong mag-ayos ng modem. Kailangan alam kong yung Cisco, kailangan marunong ako ng CCIE, ganyan. Yun ang lang alam kong way umangat sa ladder. So hindi ko alam na may isa pa palang ladder dito sa gilid ko, yung freelancing. Hindi ko pinapanik dati. Nandito lang pala sa tabi ko na de-develop na pala. So yeah, yung mga may work dyan na nag-freelancing ngayon, i-tap nyo lang yung inner talents nyo. Nandyan yun.
Nice. Thank you. So 2 different approaches ha. Kanina, si Sir Pet, it's more of, yun nga, discovering what you're already good at siguro. Or kahit hindi nyo alam di ba? Yun nga, kagaya ng writing, baka may hidden talent kayo sa writing, that could be something that you could, kumbaga, use para sa financing nyo. Kay Sir Errol naman, magandang analogy di ba?
Yung kamot
market
pare.
or yung
Meron nga nag-comment na kamot analogy.
Kamot, kamot.
The kamot analogy.
Anyway, so we have one viewer with us dito sa Zoom, si Jenny.
Yes. Hi,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Pwede ka ba mag-on ng camera mo, Jenny?
Jenny ba or Jeannie? Ano to?
Is it Jenny or Jeannie nga? Oh, sorry
My name is Jeannie.
Ayun.
Jeannie, okay.
Yes.
Genie in a bottle.
Your wish is our command.
Yes.
Ay,
Yan.
grabe from Errol, oh.
Di ba siya dapat magsasabi no kasi siya yung Genie?
Ay, oo nga. Baliktad pala.
Anyway, Jeannie, thank you for joining us. Ask your question. Go.
Hi, good evening. My question is about the common myths and misconceptions that you had before that hampered your growth as a freelancer, and how did you overcome these myths and misconceptions?
Parang pang Miss Universe.
Oo nga no?
Okay, pasok contestant number 1.
Pets, mauna ka naman this time.
Sige. Thank you for that question. Sige. May mga kwento rin akong ganyan kasi sa corporate, di ba? So, nasa product dev ako. So, tapos may launch kaming product. Nandun yung big boss namin. So, kailangan may script. Ang problema, dahil sa kaguluhan nga, wala nakagawa ng script niya. Gabi na noon, tomorrow na yung launch ng morning. So, walang gagawa ng script. Syempre, nagmarunong na. Hindi ako nagagawa. Pero, far ano pa ito pare, talagang wala pa sa hinagap ko yung freelance. Talagang, walang gagawa So, sulat ako. Tapos, I did my research kung ano yung, kasi 2 pa pala yung ginawa ko for the mayor of Olongapo, saka yung boss namin. So, 2 script. So, imagine the pressure, madaling araw na ako natulog nga kasi kailangan akong magawa. Tapos, I sent it to my boss for his review. Pero syempre, madaling araw, hindi niya nabasa. Pagdating nila doon ng umaga, pinrint ko na. Sabi niya, hindi ko nabasa yan, Peta. Wala na, sir. Sabi ko, ito na yung ano eh. Andito na eh. Hindi, pa-review mo. Pare, hindi mo yan. Kasi hindi ka naman ano eh. Hindi ka marketing. Meron siya mga ganun sinabi sa akin, parts nagtanda sa akin yan. Hindi ka marketing. Tapos, pare, baka engineering writing yung ginawa mo dyan. Parang gano'n. Hindi ko na matandaan yung ano niya. Pero, yung panic sa mukha niya na big event, tapos, ako gumawa ng script. Nagpanic siya doon. Pero, tas ako syempre, buta, o nga, baka mapahiya kami rito. Ano ba pinagsusulat ko dito? So, nagdadalawang isip din ako ibigay. Kaya, few minutes na lang, hiningi na yung script. So, binigay ko na. Alam mo, nagustuhan nung dalawa, nung mayor in particular, nagustuhan niya yung ano, sabi, alam niyo pa pala itong nangyari sa akin na to, kasi may story siya dati sa Olongapo. Parang may rat infestation. So, nagbayad siya ng ano, parang 20 pesos yata every buntot ng daga. Parang gano'n, may gano'n siyang
Bounty may bounty.
may bounty siya. So, natuwa siya na nilagay ko yun. So, in-incorporate ko yun. Di ba gano'n naman tayong copywriters, parang nagsisingit tayo ng something na parang something na parang yung nagagano na. Yung maganda nangyari, something real, tapos nagka-capture attention. Tapos pumasok sa isip ko nun, parang yun, na-hold down ka nung ganun na hindi ka marunong yan, hindi mo alam yan. Kaya lang yun nga, it took that event para maparealize sa akin na, kaya ko pala yun nagustuhan naman nila eh. So yun lang minsan, kailangan lang may sa'yo, yung hindi, okay to, maganda itong ginawa mo. Kaya minsan doon pumapasok yung mga coach, sir ma'am, yung coaches natin. Yung bibigyan ka ng pat on the back, yung yung build up yung confidence mo. Kasi you have the talent naman kaya lang, yun nga, yung confidence mo mas fragile kasi talaga ang confidence part. Isang tao lang magsabi sa'yo na hindi maganda yung sinulat mo, bro, ang pangit. Wala na parts, di ba? Minsan, guguho na yung ano mo ng kastilyo.
Kahanap ka na ng kuweba.
Kuweba, tago ka na sa kuweba mo. Yun. So, yun lang.
Nice.
Pag may isang nag-down sa'yo, look for someone to pick you up. Yun lang.
Thank you, sir. Mayor, speaking
Mayor,
of
marami yan.
Ayun. Thank you for that wonderful question. Seryoso. Mga myth, usually, ganito yung mga myth ng gustong mag-enter sa freelance. Yung first is, gusto nila na alam nila kaagad lahat. So, tendency, palagi silang mag-enroll ng course. Aralin nila yung in and out. Kasi baka daw, tanungin sila ng client, mga ganun. Baka mali yung ma-deliver nila, mga ganun. Or like, hindi na sila kumikilos in such a way na kasi gusto nila, alam nila yung in and out. Pero, in reality, hindi ganun dapat. Kasi, kumbaga, ganito ito yung logic ni Steve Jobs, no? You can never learn how to ride a bicycle by reading about riding a bicycle. You need to ride the bicycle para matuto ka. Okay? So, kung ngayon, yan yung nafe-feel mo na parang, kailangan mo na alam mo yung in and out, siguro, I'm not gonna say na ito yung advice ko, pero yung nag-work sa akin is more on asking the right questions. Yung enough na questions para makapag-start ako. Like for example, sabihin natin, gagawa ka ng isang landing page. Ano yung mga kailangan mo lang dun? Okay, what do I need to know first? Ano yung gagamitin kong landing page builder? Ano yung usual na silbi niya para sa business ng client? Ano yung possible na kailangan kong hingin from the client? Pero if titingnan mo, I didn't even ask how will I build the landing page in itself. Kasi yung reason bakit hindi ko siya in-include is that surrounded tayo ng information. Isang YouTube mo lang, andyan na yung tutorial. Pero we are being punished by overcomplicating. Doon tayo nadidehado. So yan yung isang myth na kailangan natin i-correct. Again, yung analogy dito is, hindi ka matututo sumakay ng bisikleta kung magbabasa ka lang kung paano sumakay ng bisikleta.
Tama.
Kailangan mo talagang gawin yun. Okay? The next is, the next naman na,
And I
na
think,
problem.
Mayor, sorry, singit ko lang. I think it's
Yeah.
no exaggeration to add na madadapa or sisemplang ka pa rin.
Yes. Oo. Hindi. Yun nga, like what Tito Ron said, you will fail. Pero, you'd have to think in such a way na, ano yung definition mo ng failure?
Yun.
Is it failure in such a way na nag-fail ka dahil loser ka? Or pwede mong gawing failure yun na yung fail is an acronym na it's a first attempt in learning. Diba?
Boom.
So, diba, it's up to you kung paano mo siya titingnan. So, depende yun talaga. And then yung pangalawang myth is more on, same yung sinabi ni Bro Pets kanina na, yung problema natin is that we assume. Like, the way we judge our work is based on our own perception, based on our own judgment. Pero sabi pa nga nila, like say for example, Jeannie, tanungin kita ngayon, sino yung favorite Avenger superhero mo? Like, kung fan ka man or kahit sino na lang.
Captain America.
See, right then and there, different tayo. Kasi yung favorite ko si Spider-Man. Other people might answer na yung trip nila is si Iron Man. And yun nga, just because favorite mo si Captain America doesn't mean na favorite ko din siya. And same din sa work natin. Just because pangit sa akin yung work ko doesn't mean pangit sa client. At the end of the day, it's the client who will judge it. It's not you. So, yun yung dalawang myth na kailangan nating i-address.
Nice.
Nakikita ko yung smile ni
Okay.
Jeannie, ah.
Oo nga eh.
May sinabi siya
Kausap ko
dito.
yan si Jeannie. Alam mo ba, nag-apply sa Tribe yan.
Oh, nice.
So mukhang ito na yung push niya. Mamaya, magjo-join na yan. Wala na siyang tanong eh. Okay ba, Jeannie? Nasagot ba yung question mo?
Of course po, sobrang helpful po. Thank you so much
Okay.
po sa mga answers. Nasa
Yan.
break
Thank
po
you.
ako ng deciding.
Okay. Yan. Sabi ko na nga ba eh, maganda yung nagtatanong ka eh. Natutulak ka ng mga pusher, di ba?
Pusher, yeah. Ronnie, share natin yung sinulit niya sa comment box. Progress over perfection, which is totoo naman.
Yun.
We often hear this. So, reminder lang talaga. It's a constant reminder for us.
Parang naalala ko kasi mga analogy binibigay ni Mayor, no? Di ba? Parang pag first time mo magluluto ng cake, tapos wala ka pa naman oven. Diba? You'd make do with what you have. Bibili ka lang ng ingredients sa try mo. Makiki-oven ka sa kapitbahay kung meron. Or you try a stovetop oven lang muna. Kumbaga, just go from there. Tapos, kung okay, di ba?
Sa probinsya nga, kahoy-kahoy lang.
Yung mga ganun lang, di ba? Pwede, ihip-ihip lang. So, anyway, Jeannie, goods na? Okay na? Alright, thank you, Jeannie,
Thanks,
for joining
Jeannie.
us.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Okay, next na kasama natin, saktong-sakto, pumasok siya. Di ba? Right before. Kent yata or Kenneth
Kenneth ba to or
to?
Kenneth? Paki-explain nga
Anong
to Kenneth.
pangalan mo?
And
Yes, Ken po, Ken.
Ken.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Ken.
Good evening sa'yo.
Hi.
Hello, good evening.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question, bro.
So, unang-una thank you, sir, sa pag-accept ng request ko sa pagpasok sa Zoom. So, yung question ko kasi, I am, share mo na sa status ko is that I'm looking for income opportunity as of the moment. So, I'm stuck between entering BPO or freelancing. So, actually, sa dalawa, wala pa ako na-experience kahit isa sa kanila. So, I've never been to BPO, I've never been to freelancing. So, I'm nagde-decide ako kung anong industry yung papasukan ko. So, yun yung main struggle ko ngayon. So, although I have few skills online that may match sa freelancing, like siguro automation, system of automation, yung website building, like that, panels, Facebook media, social media management. So few skills that some of our freelancers are kumbaga pwede sa mga freelancers. So ang main ko talaga is what is your current advice sa status ko if sa BPO ba ako or sa freelancing?
Very good question. Mag-unahan na lang kayo kung sino unang sasagot.
Bato, pick.
Topic. Sige, sino?
Mayor, sino mag-una?
Sino ba una?
Ikaw?
Hindi, kahit sino.
Sige.
Kahit sino. O so sino na?
Abutin
Ikaw
tayo ng
mamili,
alas 9
Ron.
nito mag-decide. Oo, no?
Sige, ako
Mayor,
na.
ikaw naman this time.
Kaya,
Sige.
Hindi, salitan na lang. Ako naman.
Salitan.
sige.
Okay,
Ikaw
go.
naman.
So sino?
Ikaw.
Ikaw nga.
Tago natin sa pangalang Mayor Errol.
Sorry. Okay, so yung question is more on ano ba yung pipiliin mo? BPO ba? And then at the same time freelancing. So para sa akin may dalawa akong steps na ipapagawa sa'yo. And as much as gusto kong i-answer siya, ikaw pa rin talaga yung, kumbaga, I can guide you through the door, pero you would still be the one who would walk through it. Okay? So yun lang yung gagawin namin. So the first is, a question, just like what you've mentioned a while ago, wala kang experience sa BPO, wala ka ring experience sa freelancing. Now, my question right now is, sa dalawang yun, asan yung parang mas equipped ka na pwede mong itest kagad? May skill ka na ba sa BPO as compared sa freelancing, or may skill ka na ba sa freelancing as compared sa BPO? Baga, sometimes kasi nakakalimutan natin yung available resources natin. Yung mga intangible. Intangible in such a way na mayroon na pala tayong skills, mayroon na pala tayong knowledge, and then feeling pa rin natin kulang. So, I want you to audit yourself. I want you to examine yourself na ano yung meron ako ngayon. Okay? And then dun yung ipa-follow ko. The next is more on kung mapili mo naman yung freelancing, kung mapili mo lang naman. Kasi yung next na magiging problem mo dyan is sabi mo pa nga, gusto mo ng side income. Now, there are ways to get an immediate response para magkaroon ka ng side income. No? You could either go to other freelancers na sobrang expert na, and you could offer your service kahit mag-intern ka lang. Kasi you will learn tons of things by just interning. Konti yung makukuha mong pera, pero the knowledge na makukuha mo is sobra-sobra pa. So that's one. Kasi sabi mo, side income eh. The other thing that you can do is more on, kung magpro-prospect ka man, ganito yung script na sasabihin mo sa client. Hey client, gusto kong ma-earn yung business mo, which is why I'm wanting to offer you a foot in the door pricing. Kasi kaka-start ko pa lang. Gusto kong ma-earn yung business mo. Now, foot in the door pricing, and most of them would say yes. Kasi sino yung ayaw ng discounted price? Most of them would really say yes. So, it will still be up to you kung ano yung pipiliin mo. Would it be the BPO or freelancing? Pero yung first na gagawin mo is examine yourself kung ano yung meron kang resources or existing resources.
So,
tapos na ako.
Okay. So, ang gusto ko kasi is yung kumbaga income lifestyle ko is kumbaga paano ko ito sasabihin? Ibabagay ko sa lifestyle ko kasi gusto kong hindi ako mag-commit sa 8 hours like sa BPO kasi meron silang 8 hours like 9 to 5 na schedule, so ayaw ko kasi ng ganun. So I have this ang pagkakalam kasi sa freelancing is somehow you own your time or you can set a schedule. Kasi sa BPO fix eh. So medyo ayaw ko ng ganun sa BPO kasi kaya I'm stuck with choosing kung ano bang para sa akin kasi hinahabol din ako ng deadlines ng mga bills, of course, kasi meron tayong araw-araw na pangangailangan. So parang nalilito ako, ganun. So I am following forums like freelancing forums and also sa BPO. So meron din mga companies na nag-held sila ng online na meetings like this para to train na mga mag-encourage ng mga new applicants to join. So I'm balancing things, pero I have more interest in freelancing kasi.
Okay.
Pwede pa singit? May gusto lang ako itanong. Gaano kahaba ang PC mo, Kent? Meaning, pag dumating na ba si Judith sa buhay mo, how long will you be able to sustain? Kasi ano yun mamimili ka kung ang priority mo is yung urgent mo ngayon is yung money now, meaning you have to earn, or ang urgent mo ngayon is to learn the ins and outs of freelancing so that you can acquire the necessary things that you need.
When it comes to billing naman, meron naman ako support from my parents. No, I'm asking to at least for the meantime, sila munang bayad sa billing. So, I'm also asking myself na as much as possible, makahanap ako ng set.
Wala akong personal. Ay, sige.
Ano yun?
Hint, medyo may ingay lang yung audio mo.
Alright. Try to plug
Yan,
my-
baka pwede kang mag earphones. Pero Sir Pet, you were gonna answer.
Oo. Yan. Well, tama namin sinabi ni Errol. So, systematic yung inano ni Errol. Pero ako, siguro ako, dahil nga medyo matanda na ako, medyo pang-tsuhin na advice gagawin ko dito kay Mr. Kit.
Tito Talks.
Tito Talks, pare. Parts, ayaw mo nung 8 hours, di ba? So, kaya lang, ako personally, ako nasa lugar mo. Hindi, ako yung tito mo, sasabihin ko sa'yo. Kung gusto mo naman, pwede mo naman gawin sabay parts eh. Pwede mo gawin sabay. Mag-BPO ka muna, para may safety net ka lang parts, hindi yung wala ka lagi ng pera. Para kasi alam mo, pag nag-freelance ka, nang wala kang pera, wala kang backup, pare alam mo tunog mo sa sa kliyente, sir, kailangan ko to. Although hindi mo sinasabi yon parts, pero pagkausap ka ng kliyente, lalabas yun yung mga nangangatal yung bibig mo. Mapuputulan na ako ng kuryente. Pag di ko napa-oo to. Hirap yun, mahirap maghanap ng kliyente ng ganun yung mindset mo na meron nasa likod mo na pinoproblema ka sa pera. If I were you, I'll apply BPO. Mag-apply ako sa BPO. Just for 6 months lang, parts. For 6 months while you and mag-enroll ka sa Tribe, parts, habang nandun ka. Di may pambayad ka sa Tribe. Tapos unti-untiin mo, aralin mo. Tapos 6 months, bitaw ka na kasi baka nagka-client ka na ng 4th month. 5th month.
Malaki na nga yung 6 months eh.
6 months, malaki yung parts, di ba? 3 months lang siguro. Malaking runway na yun. If I were you, kakotsuhin mo, yun ang sasabihin sa'yo. Sure mo muna tong kita mo, tapos go sa freelance, sabay mo parts, para hindi ka lang pag wala kang kliyente pa, hindi ka pressured na kumuha ng kuryente. Kuryente tuloy ng kliyente. Pambayad kasi ng kuryente. Di ba? Parts, ako ganun. Ako yun yung sinasabi ko lagi sa yung aalis na ba ako ng trabaho, sir? Magpo-focus na ba ako sa freelancing? May client ka ba? Wala pa. Naku, mahirap yan, bro.
Realistic.
Oo.
Actually, save din siguro yung logic ko na, kumbaga, you'd also have to, like may benefit naman kasi kung sabayin mo eh. Like, again, you would have to look at things in a positive way or in a negative way, depende yan sa'yo. So, for example, andyan ka, ayaw mo ng sabihin natin, ayaw mo ng BPO kasi kinokontrol yung oras mo. The question is, control mo ba yung ibang tao kung may freelance client ka na? What if demanding si client? Dahil wala kang experience, paano mo i-handle? Wala. Diba? So, I'd rather eat shit for 3 months and then eat hot dogs at the end na lang after 3 months. As long as alam ko nang i-handle yung iba't ibang client. So kumbaga, konting sacrifice lang naman yun.
Yes.
So, yun din siguro yung gagawin ko. I mean, I did it in the past na pinagsabay ko kasi yun din yung parang logic ko na ba't ako maging choosy, may benefit naman din sa akin to. I would learn how to talk to clients kasi nasa BPO ako.
Tama.
And then at the same time, nagkaroon ako ng pera. So, pag maghanap ako ng ibang client, hindi ako desperado. O win-win.
Yan, pag-isipan mo siya, Kent. The pros and cons.
May tanong ako, Kent. Kasi binanggit mo naman medyo nandiyan naman yung parents to support. Ilan taon ka na ba, Kent, if you don't mind me asking?
Hello, narinig niyo po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, as of now, I'm turning 20 this coming November.
Okay.
So, since yes, actually, I have my job before as a delivery rider, freelance delivery rider. So, I medyo may income ako dati tapos biglang humina yung delivery. So, na-stop ko. So, I am, di siya surely, parang, I'm in line, gusto ko talagang mag-freelancing. So, as I heard kanina, yung advice nila na kung to solve first my income problem and slowly learning or transitioning to freelancing. So yun yung naintindihan ko sa mga sinasabi nila. So ngayon, since kumbaga nalagay na sa isip ko na mag-freelancing na lang, so as of now, maghahanap ako ng other sources of pwede na magka-income. So para ma-fix yung bills ko and susubaybay o mag-aaral ako sa freelancing. So ang tanong ko is, can you give me a few skills na kumbaga important skills para sa freelancing at kumbaga overview concept paano magsimula sa freelancing kasi gusto ko talaga mag-freelancing.
Can I answer this one? Okay. Kim, kaya ako tinanong kung kasi nabanggit mo your parents can help you right now. Kumbaga natutulungan ka pa naman nila. You're not exactly at the spot where back against the wall ka na, wala ka na makakain next month. Puputulan ka ng kuryente, wala ka ng internet, yung mga ganun yun ang mahirap na sitwasyon eh. So at least medyo, sabi nga ni Charms, medyo mahaba-haba pa yung PC mo. The fact na you're 20 years old, parang nainggit ako bigla no?
20 pala nagsisimula na nasa isip na
diba?
Freelancing parts
kasi nung 20 French start pa lang meron nun eh.
Bata pa lang nag-iisip na sila.
Kasi nasa isip ko talaga as much as early as possible sisimulan ko yan yung career ko in life.
Yeah. Well, for me it looks like you've already made the decision even before you asked us. The fact na ang kanina nung binanggit mo na may cons lang sa yung BPO. Tapos wala kang binanggit na parang downside sa freelancing. Mukhang nakapag-decision ka naman eh. Okay? So, yung masasabi ko na lang is, yun nga if there's any urgency to your finances, siguraduhin mo lang na may pang ka doon. May panapal ka doon. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter kung ano yan, BPO yan, mag-macho dancer ka dyan. Joke lang Magbenta ka ng kung ano-ano, di ba? As long as mapupunuan mo yung need na yon. As long as hindi ka natataranta, hindi ka yung nangangarag sa kung ano-ano, then you have the luxury of time and youth and community, everything. Swerte mga bata, you have the luxury. Bro, wala pang umiiyak na bata na papagatasin. Wala pang, alam mo yun?
Totoo.
Diba?
Other responsibilities.
Spot. I say, even to take it a step further, tikman mo lahat, try mo lahat. Kahit hindi freelancing yan, kung gusto mo, yun nga, di ba? Trinay mo na mag-delivery rider eh. Try mo na yung iba, mag-online seller ka, ang dami pa niyan bro. Ubusin mo yung 4 na taon. Yes. Walang nangyari sa'yo, 24 ka pa rin lang bro. Isipin mo yun.
Tama.
Exactly.
Ubusin mo yung 4 na taon doing various things, 24 years old ka lang. I don't think there's any need to hurry. Okay, unless mag-asawa ka kaagad next year, di ba?
Hindi pa.
Again, that's up to you. Pero that's my take on it.
Yes, tama.
At saka Kent, you'll never know unless you try it eh. Kasi our experience, I mean, even if you join the tribe, iba ang experience ni Errol, ni Pet sa experience mo. Same thing when you go to the BPO. Iba ang experience mo compared to other people. So, you just really have to make that decision, which is sinasabi nga, choose one, act on it, and then learn from the journey. It's really learning by doing. It's the experience.
Pero may pahabol pala ako kasi tanong niya, if he were to start sa freelancing, ano yung best skill daw, advice, tip, di ba? Okay. Kasi bias ako, Kint eh. Siyempre, alam mo na isasagot ko.
Ako din, tinype ko na yung sagot ko.
Nasa community ka na ba? Nasa freelance movement community Facebook?
Hindi ko nabasa yung comment.
Na-follow ko lang po yung page ni Sir Jan.
Okay.
So,
ang next step, Kint, is to join the community, the free community. Tapos doon may mga units na tayo doon. So may mga lessons na tayo doon for free. You can start with those, understanding what freelancing is as defined by the tribe.
So yun lang po, wala akong access or hindi ko pa nakita yung Tribe Tambayan na community.
Mamaya, i-message kita mamaya, walang problema.
Alright.
Tapos mag-ask to join ka na para nandoon ka na. Start off from there. You don't need to spend anything. Ito pa isang advice ko sa iyo, bro. coming from, well, hindi naman ako course hoarder, no? In fact, wala akong binibiling courses. So, if you can, as much as you can lang, if you're starting out, try not to spend too much on skill-focused courses. Wag muna. Since nandito ka na rin lang, nakausap mo na kami, bigyan kita ng access dun sa community, focus on yung approach ng you pick a market first and then you figure out what problems you want to solve for that market. You'll be better off doing that. In fact, baka hindi mo na kailangan mag-enroll ng mga courses afterwards. Okay, kasi good start na kagad yun. Kasi ang hindi naman nakaka-frustrate, pero yung kuminsan, I feel bad for people. They just spend so much money on courses. Not saying anything bad about course creators. Wala naman tayong ano dyan, di ba? But in the context of what we're doing, helping people start in freelancing, we're trying to provide as much free, and valuable content na gamitin mo na lang to, sayang eh. Libre na eh, di ba? Try to consume free stuff muna. Huwag ka munang gumastos. Especially since you are sabi mo nga, yung situation mo ngayon is, although hindi ka naman back against the wall, syempre, as much as possible, konting expense lang talaga. So, maraming free resources dyan.
Yeah. I was reading the comments, no? So gusto ko lang shout out si Nordy. Good evening to everyone. Happy to inform you that the free guides helped me a lot. Help me optimize my profile, connect through LinkedIn and Facebook group, and will be soon getting a client, claiming it. Yes, claim mo na yan. So someone reached out to me from one of the FB group I joined and interact with. We are now in discussions with the proposal I sent. So, ayun lang, medyo mahaba. So, sa free guides, this just shows na sa free guides pa lang natin, pwede ka nang magkaroon ng client. And especially, nasabi ni Ken kanina na may skills na siya, may alam na siya sa website, mga ganito. So, yeah, baka nandito nga talaga ang isa sa mga hinahanap mo.
Yes. So actually, just to share, sa Facebook kasi yung media, ang daming sinesearch ko na groups, freelancing page, and kumbaga stumble upon ako sa Tribe Tambayan and parang dun ako na-hook. So I'm constantly following the page ni Sir Jan. Inaabangan ko yung live nyo para mayroon ako matutunan as a beginner sa freelancing industry. So yun na isa sa pinapasalamatan ko is sabi ni Sir na bigyan na daw ako ng access sa Tribe Tambayan mamaya. So congrats. Thank you very much para makapagsimula ako sa freelancing journey.
No problem.
Balitaan mo kami
Oo nga. So, kung may drive naman parts okay to, may drive eh.
Oo.
Inimportante lang naman.
Pag nakalandang client to, magpapadala ng pagkain sa atin to.
Yun pa isa.
Baka magpa-party pa.
Bawal pa pag may complete.
Virtual party na lang gano'n. Alright.
Salamat, Kim, for asking your question.
Sige, thank you very much.
Salamat. I-out na kita rito, ha? Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Alright. Now, habang nag-aantay tayo, since, we're waiting for the next guest natin or yung ma-invite natin. Sorry, did I just lose connection? Nandiyan pa ba kayo?
Dito pa.
Okay, nawala lang pala yung screen ko, nag-expand pala. Anyway, while we're waiting for the next person to ask their question, I just want to quickly remind everybody, especially if you're watching, you're tuning in just now, we're just answering questions about freelancing dito sa Tribe Tambayan. But if you're at a point where you really want to up your game pagdating sa freelancing niyo, you're interested in learning, some of the best principles when it comes to establishing your freelance business, yung flagship program natin, which is called the Freelance Movement Tribe, is currently open. You guys can actually enroll. All you need to do is comment with the word tribe dito sa comment section natin on this live, whether you're on the page or on the community. Tapos one of our success managers will reach out to you. Abangan nyo lang yung message nila and they'll talk to you about possibly having you enroll sa loob ng tribe. So again, comment with the word tribe. Okay?
TRIBE.
So, antayin namin yan and then wait for the messages coming from our success managers.
Yep.
Cool.
Woohoo!
Alright. Nag-aantay pa tayo dito. Meron akong gustong balikan kanina, no? So when we were talking about yung initial conversation natin about yung market and skill, may time ba, siguro si Mayor particularly, tanongin ko, when you were starting out, was there a time when you were super confused kung ano talagang offer ang gusto mo?
Yes.
As in,
Oo.
did that go on for gaano katagal? Weeks ba yan? Months din yan?
Years.
Years.
Oh. Kay
Okay.
sinig nyo yun, years, ha?
Years. Totoo.
Years. Oh. So, normal, like, although, yung difference lang siguro is, kumbaga, confused ako on what to offer. Pero, kumbaga, clear ako na may problema.
Okay.
Kasi 'di ba, different yung confused ka pero hindi mo siya tinitingnan as problem. So, kumbaga yung salience ko, meron talaga na problem. Kaya, which is also the reason why I became part of the tribe.
Mhm.
Kasi I wanted to solve that specific problem as well. Kumbaga, I wanted to learn the principles behind. Like what you've explained a while ago na wag mag-focus so much sa skills ng mga courses, but more on the principles kung paano talaga. Kasi at the end of the day, parang mas mas magiging profitable in many ways. So yes, so like years, nag-start ako sa freelancing way back 2013 as a graphic designer.
Okay.
As a graphic designer, and then at that time, nagde-design ako ng mga ad banners for Pornhub. Seryoso, Pornhub.
Okay.
Oo. Tapos, then na-realize ko na I wanted to focus more on sa web. Like, gusto kong maging website designer, pero hindi ko alam kung saan ako mapupunta. Kasi di ba, sobrang wide ng web eh. Pwede kang maging web designer, pwede kang maging UI UX, pwede kang maging mobile app designer. So
Okay.
sobrang dami niya hanggang na-discover ko na okay, sobra pala akong tamad. Why not focus on a design na isang page lang yung dinidesign? Hanggang
Gusto ko
na-realize
yan.
ko na hanggang na-realize ko lang na okay, pang tamad pala yung skill ko, dito lang ako sa landing page. So, kumbaga, na-discover ko lang siya. Imagine, from 2013, na-discover ko yung niche ko 2018. See?
Tagal.
So, 5 years. 5 years.
Tagal lang
Constantly
search
searching.
mo
Oo.
Pero interesting what you said there, pangtamad yung landing page. I know what you mean, of course, kasi nga landing pages are usually, 'di ba? Pagpasok mo ng ang tawag nito usually pag from a lead magnet, you enter your information, tapos landing page kagad 'yon, 'di ba? Most of the time. Give a little more context sa ginagawa para lang mas maintindihan din ng mga viewers natin siguro. Give us a little peek of what landing pages are all about kung okay lang. Kasi baka meron
Okay.
ding tamad dito na nanonood na baka, uy, okay pala tong ginagawa ni Mayor, ganun pala yon. Okay. Tapos mamaya si Pets din, tanongin din natin kung pwede siya mag-share ng konti about writing and all.
Okay, siguro yung best way to explain landing page is more on, again, analogy na naman tayo. Alam niyo yung pag pumunta kayo sa isang restaurant, tapos hingin niyo yung menu, tapos pagtingin niyo ng menu, shit, ang dami ng choices. So parang ano yung pipiliin kong pagkain? As compared, pag pumunta kayo sa isang parang hindi naman luxurious na restaurant, pero pagpunta niyo sa isang
Fine dining, ganun.
Fine dining, yung andun may isang specialty lang for that same night na yan lang yung lulutuin nila. So, the other one, yung madami yung choices, is a website. In short, yung impact niya sa tao or kung tayo, naku-confuse. Kasi madami yung pages eh. Madami yung pages na kailangan mong i-design, and then madami yung pages din na kailangan i-visit ng isang visitor. So yung impact niya sa business hindi ganoon kalaki. As compared sa sa landing page, isang meal lang, whether they kumbaga automatically pre-qualified na gusto ko ba kumain ng steak or hindi. Pag hindi, okay, palit ako ng restaurant. Pero pag gusto nila, automatically papasok, pero yung babayaran nila malaki pa rin. So same din yung parang naging goal ko na at least sa landing page na tulungan ko na yung client na mag-pre-qualify yung visitors niya. Kasi isa lang yung call to action na andun, and at the same time natulungan ko na siya ma-pre-qualify yung customers, naging madali pa sa akin trabahuin kasi isang page lang eh. So, kumbaga, yun yung context kung ano yung ginagawa, which is, yun nga, isang page yung dinidesign as compared to 5 pages, 10 pages, mga ganun.
Right. Cool. Galing, ha? Sir Pet, sa'yo, I know you do a number of different writing gigs, ika nga. Pero siguro let's focus on copy. You do sales pages copy, 'di ba? Sales page
Yep.
copy. Okay. So can you shed some light para doon sa siguro medyo bago sa freelancing, may you do digital marketing and all of that. What is a sales page?
Sales page kunyari. Sige.
And how do you kumbaga yung role mo when it comes to developing a sales page or however you want to call it?
Sige. Ito lagi kong sinasabi to pag may tinuturuan ako tungkol sa pagsusulat ng sales page. Like, nagpunta na kayo SM, di ba? Nakita niyo yung nagtitinda sa hardware, yung chopper, yung nagchachop ng gulay. Parts, isa sa pinakamagaling magbenta yung mga yan, parts. Ewan ko sino nagtuturo sa mga yon. Di ba? Pag dumaan yung babae, ma'am, di ba? Hindi naman niya agad sila, bilhin mo to, ma'am. Hindi naman ganun, parts, di ba? Hindi ganun na sales page. Parang sasabihin niya, ma'am, di ba pag nagchachop ka ng sibuyas, kaiyak, di ba, ma'am? Dito, pag ginamit mo to, ma'am, ito papakita ko sa inyo. Unang-una, napakabilis pag ginano mo. Chop na agad. Hindi ka umiyak, ma'am, di ba? Parang ganun na sales page. Kung ano yung ginagawa nung nagtitinda sa hardware na yan, sa Ace yata yun, Ace Hardware. Ganon ng sulat mo kasi you're destroying the challenges. Ano ba yan? Gumagana ba yan? Oo, ma'am, tingnan nyo. Didemo ko. Baka naman madaling masira. Hindi, ma'am, tingnan mo, babagsak ko. Bag. Oh, ma'am, buo pa rin. Baka naman mahal yan. Hindi, ma'am. 100 pesos lang. Parang parang, hindi, sige ma'am, pag bumili ka, ibigyan kita isa pa. Ganon ang sales page.
Sold.
Ganon ang sales page. Inuunti-unti mo hanggang, na, bibiling ko na para ako tanga pag di ko binili to. Ayun, parang ganon. Ganon ang sales. Yun ang lagi ko example.
Okay, the way I get it, kumbaga, you're trying to sell, pero instead of upfront giving them yung product and just saying, buy this, parang reduce mo yung friction between the buyer
unti-unti.
and the actual action of buying.
Unti-unti.
Okay. Galing, di ba?
Yung experience, kumbaga pinapa-experience mo na sa kanila what's gonna happen if they buy this particular item.
Right. At saka ina-address mo na yung possible objections.
Objections niya. Objections pala, not challenge. Objections sa buying. Kasi wala namang gustong mabentahan, pare. Ayaw mo nang ganun yung, sir, bili mo na to. Ayaw mo nang ganun parts, diba? No one wants to be sold. Yeah.
So, another question I want to ask you, Sir Pet. Kasi baka yung iba nag-iisip sila, ay, galing naman ito ni Sir Pet. Ibig sabihin, ganun siya kagaling magsulat. Di ba? Okay.
Rock on.
Para sa mga nag-iisip ng ganon, Sir Pet, anong masasabi mo sa kanila if they're interested in being a copywriter? Kumbaga?
Sige, Parks. Unang-una, hindi mo kailangan magaling talaga magsulat. Unang-una. Isa yun. I'm an engineer. Hindi sa nagpapaka-humble ako. Talagang hindi ako ganun kagaling magsulat. I'm a Mapuan graduate from pre-2000 Mapua ako. So, yun yung Mapua ng mga mahihirap, yung mga Mapuans, yung mga walang sasakyan. Ngayon kasi mayayaman na yan sa Mapua parts, mga sasakyan na lahat. So kami talagang hindi kami ma-English talaga sa engineer. Yun yung mga Mapuan English, yung dati sikat. Pag Mapua yan, hindi marunong mag-English yan. So, yun yung dati.
Grabe naman.
Yun din ang mga naging sa akin yung mga naging pumigil sa akin na kaya ko magsulat. Kasi nga pag Mapua, di marunong mag-English yan. Yun yung dati. So, hindi mo kailangan maging kung magaling ka magsulat, sulat ka na libro kung magaling talaga magsulat. Pero as a copyright, magsulat ka ng mga novels, mga novels. Yun ang yun ang pumuta mo. Pero as a copywriter, hindi parts Unang-una actually, si Jan nga nagsabi sa akin ito. Kaya nga copywriter yan, parts copy-paste yan Kasi,
alright.
pero totoo yun, nung natutunan ko rin yung kalahan. Kasi yung advice, sino ba nag-advise kanina, parts yung ka sa sumakay ka dun sa mga yung established. Kasi nung bago ako, nilapit ako si Mamu, si Neri, si April. Parts sabi ko sa kanila, baka may kayo, sobra kayong work. Gagawin ko, libre. Edit nyo lang. Makita ko lang kung ano problema. Dapat wala kang pride pag kasi ako inisip ko na mahusay na ako kasi nga pumasa nga doon sa mga Tagal ko na sa PLD, nasabi ko tuloy. Tagal ko na sa
Oo.
PLD.
Ako, may
May mga
mag-PM sa'yo.
problema sa internet to.
Lagot ka, Pet.
Ang tagal ko na sa PLDT, makikinig ba ako rito sa mga to? Si April, ang bata nun, parts, mga kasing, bata pa kay Errol yun.
Oo.
So, pero I lowered my pride. Alam ko mas magagaling sa akin. And lo and behold, nakikita ko talaga ang laki pala ng mga gap nila sa akin. Pero at that lowest level, kumikita na ako. Imagine yung, di ba? You have to start somewhere eh. You just have to start. You just have to start. Kung isipin na hindi ako magaling, yung malay mo naman. Malay mo si magsabi sa hindi ka magaling. Huwag ka maniwala dun. Diba?
Tsaka usually
Insecure yun.
Oo, insecure lang sa'yo yun. Huwag ka maniwala dun.
At saka one of the things that always sticks out with me yung sinabi rin, or oftentimes naririnig ko sa mga copywriters, no? Let the market be the judge of the copy.
Tama.
Sila talaga yung magsasabi kasi the only way you can validate if your copy is good or not is if it conveys action doon sa market. Pag kumilos sila and they took action on your CTA, ibig sabihin, okay yun. No, it doesn't matter kung 2 page yung ginawa mo, 16 pages, 2 linya, 1 sentence. As long as you compel them to take action.
Yes. You know,
Copywriter ka. Yun ang ano doon. Diba? Galing. Diba? Yan, sabihin ko pa lang eh. So Charles, mukhang wala na tayong maimbitahan dito pero we can read questions na meron tayo sa group. You can go ahead and read some of the questions na meron.
All right. So we have your question from Angelica Feliciano. So may chosen market na. However, how will I know if I'm choosing the right skills in the revenue line ng market na pinili ko? Lalo na if zero knowledge talaga on the skills or sa offer that I'm eyeing for.
Mm-hmm.
Mas magaling si
Ganda
Errol
ng question.
sumagot. Mas magaling si Errol sumagot yan, part.
So may chosen market na siya. Kaya lang, how will I know if I'm choosing the right skills based dun sa revenue line na pinili niya? Kasi zero knowledge pa siya dun sa skill na yun.
The best way to know it is to ask your market. And yung brain ng tao is always judgmental. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of people being judgmental. So what do I mean by that? Say for example, sa akin, paano ko na-verify na may market yung landing page? What I did is, I asked those specific industries. So ganito yung approach ko. Hey prospect, just a quick question, gusto ko lang talagang malaman kung tama ba yung ginagawa ko. Just a quick question, kung pwede ka magbigay ng advice, what's the one quality that a landing page designer miss? Or that you don't like, or that frustrates you. So parang ganun. So what was the one quality of a landing page designer that frustrated you? And then magsasabi sila, yung mga landing page designer na hindi marunong magsulat ng copy, mga headline, mga ganon, hindi marunong mag-unbound. So technically, dun pa lang, alam ko na kung ano yung pag-aaralan ko.
Nga.
And then alam ko din na may market. Kasi kung previously, na-frustrate sila makipag-work sa landing page designer, then that means they've already paid someone else. And that already means na, shit, may pera pala yung mga to. So, yun yung gagawin ko, and siguro pwede mo din gawin yun. You ask your market.
Great. Sir Pet, ikaw?
Well, sabi niya, hindi siya, may choose siyang market.
Pero may chosen
ka.
market na, pero hindi siya sure if tama ba yung skills. And if I'm choosing the right skill relative to the revenue line.
Lang ako. Ako kasi, well, magkaiba kasi approaches. Ako kasi galing sa work, di ba? Baka magkaiba. Ako kasi, ako naman, ang ginagawa, ako ang tinuturo ko naman, pumili ka nung market mo na familiar ka. Kahit na hindi
Proximity.
siya, let's say, yung isang tinuruan ko, ang pinili niya chess coaches. So hindi siya masyadong profitable, 'di ba? Pero kasi hindi siya, ako ang sinasabi ko sa kanya, parang una hindi siya profitable, 'di ba? Pero pinatuloy ko sa kanya kasi alam mo 'yan, passionate ka sa chess. Hindi ka tatama rin mag-reach out, hindi ka tatama rin gumawa ng value post, hindi ka tatama rin maghanap ng market mo. At the end of the day, after let's say 1 month, wala ka na sara. Pero ang galing mo na mag-reach out, parts, di ba? Ang galing mo nang gumawa ng value post. So, minsan kasi, blockchain pare, sikat ang blockchain. Ito gagawin kong market. Kung di mo naman alam yung blockchain, parts, paano gagawin mo? Aaralin yung blockchain. Saka mo aaralin magsulat ng copy for that. Mahirap yun. Mahirap yun. Yung skill, aaralin mo syempre. Pero yung the market, iba yun, parts. Kasi di ba may mga linggo yan, parts. May mga, mahalata kasi nung client mo pag talagang hindi mo alam yung market mo na yan. Maano ka nun. Mahalata ka nun. So, ayun, yun lang akin kapag you choose a market. Yung alam mo naman, yung alam mo lang kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. Ako kasi generalist lang ako, any market. Minsan pinapasok ko. Wag lang yung sobrang hirap ako, pero any market, basta copy article, okay lang ako. So, yun yata ang advantage pag matanda na. Pag medyo marami na nahuhugot na.
Well experienced naman, grabe naman sa matanda.
Well-rounded ang tawag
Ay.
doon.
Marami na nahuhugot na storya, maraming na-experience, marami na basa. Siguro yun lang. Pero ako, yun lang advice ko siguro gano'n. When you choose a market, yung comfortable ka muna. Don't look at yung dulo, yung revenue, kailangan malaki kita. Mahirap mahirap yung ganun. Pero nila ko talaga alam mo. So yun lang akin part. So,
Cool.
saka pag pumili ka naman ng market ngayon, iba-iba yan. After 1 month, 2 months, mag-iiba yan. Hindi yan.
Totoo yan.
So,
Exactly.
Alright.
I want to add lang. Si Angelica, I think you're on the right track. First of all, Angelica, kasi you understand na you have to choose a
revenue
market.
line yan, galing. Saka revenue line parts, alam niya.
Alam
Galing.
niya yung revenue line. So, I think you're on the right track. Now, as far as how to know if you're choosing the right skills in the revenue line, I'll echo what si Bro Pet said kanina. No? Oftentimes, when starting out, you'll probably pick a skill that might not fit the revenue line of your chosen market right away. Okay, what do I mean exactly? Parang ganito yan eh. If you're following kahit yung 30-day client getting blueprint natin, which is a lot of people have bought that. Day 1 and 2 kasi is all about choosing a market, then finding out the market problems. Tapos pangatlo lang yung choosing the skill. Often what most people misunderstand about creating an offer, okay, yung usapan ng offer na to is that often they think they need to get it right on the first try.
Yes.
That's right.
Pero the truth is, developing your offer or crafting and over time refining that offer takes a lot of conversations with your market. Kasi nga the best offer is something that your market will buy.
Yes.
Kung ano yung bibilihin talaga nila. And the only way you will find out kung bibilihin nila yung offer mo is by going straight to them. Kagaya sinabi ni Mayor Errol kanina, di ba? You go straight to the people who will pay for whatever offer you're trying to put out there. Now, balikan ko lang yung question, Angelica. How do you know? You will know pagka may bumibili na nung offer mo. That's
Na hindi mo na kayang i-handle.
That and ang term natin sa loob ng Tribe dun is it's already validated.
Yes.
Validated offer,
Diba?
that's right.
Validated offer na siya. You can never say an offer is validated until may nagbayad na sa'yo. Pag ang laging response sa'yo, Angelica, is, oy, okay yan. Kailangan ko yan. Tapos after a few days, ginost ka na, hindi validated yung offer mo na yun. Ibig sabihin, you still need to work on that offer. Now, the thing with skills, okay, for Angelica and for anybody else who might be wondering, saan ba papasok yung skills sa conversation? It's usually at the end of the offer. Pag nakita yung structure ng offer natin, di ba, yung offer statement, it's usually I help, your market, tapos ano yung result or the problem that you're trying to solve. Tapos nasa dulo yung skill. I like to call this the who, what, and how of freelancing. The who is the market, the what is the result or the problem that you're solving. The how is the skill that you're gonna use to resolve that problem or deliver that result. So oftentimes, sabi nga ni Mayor kanina, pakinggan mo lang yung market mo, sila na magdidikta. For example, halimbawa ako, I chose a market. For example, real estate sellers or brokers, di ba? So during the conversation, so may market na ako. Ngayon, I went to the market to try to find out what their problems are. Nakita ko, sige, ang problema nila is generating leads through social media. Okay, tapos after further conversations, nakita ko, anong social media pa sila tumatambay? Instagram. Marami sa kanila nasa Instagram. Meaning, a bulk of their leads that they're generating is coming from Instagram. Okay? Tinanong ko, nagpe-Facebook ba kayo? Occasionally, oo. Nagpe-Pinterest ba kayo? Bihira. YouTube. Wala, ganon. So, alam mo kaagad. Alam mo na nasa Instagram sila. Okay? And it's much easier for you. There's very little friction if you go in doon sa Instagram. Kasi alam mo na ginagastosan na nila yung Instagram eh. Diba? So that's what I mean when I say the market will usually dictate the skill. Okay? You don't even have to guess. Kasi kung sinabi na nila sa'yo na marami sa kanila nasa Instagram, pinagpipilitan mo YouTube, malamang sa malamang wala kang makukuha ang kliyente. Or kung meron man, kokonti. At kung meron man, kukumbinsihin mo pa sila na mag-YouTube ad sila or mag-YouTube channel sila. Kasi nga hindi naman nila ginagawa eh. Di ba? So always try to, ayan yung natutunan ko sa Tribe eh. Always try to enter doon sa point where there's very little friction. Para, di ba? At the very least, alam mo na ginagastosan na nila yung Instagram eh. Ba't pa ako pupunta sa Facebook? Ibig sabihin ko, kumbinsihin pa sila na maggumastos pa sila sa Facebook. Eh dagdag na naman sa ad spend nila yon, etc. So anyway, that's my take on it, Angelica. Try it out. Let us know how you go. Marami kang nakuhang advice from us today. Okay?
Yes.
Cool.
Last question for tonight from Mary Grace. She was supposed to join us tonight, but I don't know what happened. So let's answer it na lang. Hello guys, freelancer po ako for almost 8 years now, and I consider myself as a general VA. So parang jack of all trades, master of none. Do I need to niche down or learn a specialized skill? Thank you. 8 years, tagal nun.
Tagal na nun ah.
Sorry, anong question? Do I need to learn a specialized skill?
Yeah, or niche down. Kasi 8 years na siyang general VA eh.
Yun. Sir Pit? Mayor?
Tagal na nun. Tapos,
depende sa kanya. Oo.
Pero, ano kaya yun? Gumagano kaya yung revenue niya? For 8 years, pantay lang kaya? Kasi kung ganun,
Oo.
patingin ko, dapat maghanap siya ng ano. Pwede naman siya mag-VA for blockchain companies lang, di ba? So, diba?
Blockchain talaga.
Blockchain uli naisip ko. Pero,
maraming investment to sa Bitcoin si Sir.
naglalaro lang kasi ako ng Axie kanina.
Axie.
Kaya,
makes sense.
para sa akin, ano, di ba? Di mag-niche lang ka ng company for your VA lang. VA for beauty salons. Talagang very special ka lang. Talagang yung, basta may beauty salon, ikaw lang hahanapin ng VA. Siguro kasi kung 8 years na, tas parang hindi naman uptrend, parang may there's something, dapat may magbago.
Tsaka ano yan, madalas yan na dilema ng mga long time, lalo na yung mga VAs, no? I mean, nothing against VAs, of course. What I'm saying is, marami akong naririnig na pag VA, usually nagpa-plateau na parang, na-reach ko na yung point na, oo, yung parang, kasi pag, ang isa pang usual concern is, parang, kasi I'm doing this on my own, hindi rin ako marunong mag-delegate ng task sa iba. Hindi rin ako makapag-hire ng people under me. Kasi ang binibenta ko usually is me and my skill.
Survey.
Parang ganon. So if it's not me doing it, kumbaga, magtataka si client, bakit iba yung gumagawa nito? Diba? Or bakit iba yung quality, yung mga ganon. So oftentimes, parang doon yung dilema ng mga
hindi siya scalable parts, ano? Kasi hindi siya scalable.
You hit it right on the nail.
Pwede din. She can become an OBM na. Higher level na pagka-VA niya. So, it's either you try to niche down. Ako, I would suggest try it kasi you'll never know. Again, learning by doing. So, it's either you choose, just pick one lang. Kasi you know it naman for 8 years. Or level it up na. OBM ka. Or project manager na related pa rin dun sa mga tasks na ginagawa mo.
Dito na papasok, feeling ko yung usapan ng positioning in your market. Ito na yung advantage ng picking a market first. Kumbaga. Again, maraming ways to enter eh. You can go with a skill-focused approach. You can go with a specific market approach. Pero para sa akin, if you've been doing it for 8 years, tapos parang feeling mo yun nga, nag-plateau ka na, parang stagnant na yung career mo dyan, try to change your positioning.
Yes.
Diba? Kung lagi kang nakatalikod, humarap ka na ngayon.
Yan.
Diba? Yun eh. Kasi that's the only, when we talk about yung unique selling proposition mo of your services, the only way you can you can separate yourself from the others. Kasi pag sinabi mo VA, it's very general eh.
Oo.
Parang daming VA dyan, sangkatutak, di ba? VA nga is the new call center agent yata eh. Parang ganun eh.
Sumagot si
Ewan ko.
Mary. Going
Oh.
going up naman pa revenue, premium clients na ngayon.
Going
Kaya
up.
confused din ako if need pa.
Yun naman pala eh.
Premium naman pala eh.
Baka
Ang
pang
tanong ko na
agency
lang,
level
pagka
na
ganyan,
to.
ang tanong ko na, yun nga, are you still doing a bulk of the deliverables?
Yes.
Yun na lang. At saka ano bang gusto mo mangyari kasi? Are you happy with what's happening? Baka naman okay ka lang kasi. Baka naman wala ka naman kailangan gawin talaga. Pero are you looking to, let's say, halimbawa, sabihin na lang natin the reason why she's asking. I'm just assuming. Pero correct me, Mary, kung mali to. Baka nagtatanong siya kasi, yun nga, baka stuck siya being the one handling everything. From client acquisition, fulfillment, di ba? Lahat-lahat eh. O gusto mo ba i-hand off yung trabaho para naman makabakasyon ka ng 2 linggo nung wala kang inaalala? Give us more context, Mary. We're interested. Kung medyo may time pa tayo, habol mo. Okay, para medyo. Pero, off the bat lang, Mayor, meron ka ba? Like, for somebody, let's just say, yun nga ang context, no? Somebody who's been doing it for a time and gusto naman nila mag-level up, maybe not in terms of finance or earnings, but maybe more of, relieving themselves of the duties within the business, kumbaga.
Actually, same din yung question mo sa question ko. Like, ano ba yung overall goal niya? Is it to hand off the responsibilities to other people? Kasi kung handing off lang, yung first na gagawin lang is isulat mo yung repetitive na task and then yung ayaw mo and then ipasa mo sa iba.
Tama.
Pero
So, creating
wala
systems
rin
and processes, kumbaga. Yeah.
Oo.
Kung hindi man pera yung problema, baka time.
Baka time.
Baka time mo. Di magbawas ka ng time. Ay, mag-gain ka back ka ng time, mag-hire ka. Baka nga hindi siya comfortable mag-hire. Baka yun. Sana sumagot siya.
Yun din.
Dami nating assumption.
Sana. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Meron pa raw, 2 pa ba, Charms?
Oo, we
short
have
ones?
from Pia. Yeah. Okay, last na to guys. Last. Or for your next questions, sa ating next episode. So from Pia, how to have retainer client and how to turn current client for a long-term client.
Okay.
Seryoso ni Pet,
Tungkol sa retainers o retainers.
May nag-iisipan talaga.
Isipan ko sa tanong sa. Well, ako kasi pag ganun, kunyari one-time project pa, kinukumusta ko siya. Sir, hi Dan, kumusta? Hindi syempre English. Hi Dan, Merry Christmas. Just dropping by to say ayan, ganyan. Parang magparamdam ka kung gusto mo sa mga ex-clients mo kung tapos kunyari naman one-time project, naging upsell ka agad. Would you want me to do this for you monthly? Upsell ka agad. Huwag mong pabayaan lumamig yung sitwasyon. Pagka bigay mo. Or kunyari, kunyari, article writing. Ako parts, kunyari, ginagawa ko article writing. Habang sinusulat ko na yung article niya, tinitingnan ko na yung niya. May newsletter ba siya? Meron, pero andalang magbigay. Andalang maglabas. Pagkabigay ko noon, sasabihin ko na sa kanya, I noticed also that you have newsletters, but you're not very yung regular paglabas. Would you like me to help in that also? Ang emails pare, retainer yun. Diba? Yun, kailangan constant yun. Ang article kasi one time lang. So, hahanap ka ng product. Hahanap ka ng pwede mong gawin sa kanya na monthly mo dapat gawin. Like emails, social media posts. Yun ang mga pwede na retainer social media manager. So, yun ang advice ko. Hanap ka ng task sa kanya na pwede mong i-offload para mag-retainer mo.
Right. Oy, good point that you brought up, Sir Pet. Tatanungin ko kay Errol to kasi normally if it's retainer services, yun nga, yung mga kailangan nila on a repetitive basis. Landing pages, is that something na pwedeng retainer? Can you shed some light kung paano nagagawa yan?
Yes, sobrang dami. Depende kung ano yung gusto mong retainer in such a way. Meron tayong sinasabing passive, meron tayong sinasabing active.
Uy, ano yan?
When we say passive in such a way na landing page designer ka in a passive way, pag pipili na si client ng landing page builder, maging affiliate ka ng landing page builder, ipa-sign up mo doon. So, habang nagbabayad siya monthly, may nare-receive kang pera, commission.
Right.
So that's a retaining the client in a passive way. Wala kang ginagawa. Now, the other way is more on the active. So, na-mention to kanina ni Tito Ron na offers are, kumbaga, yung offers, hindi yan one time. It's always gonna be changing. It's kasi mag-change yung market, demand and all. Kailangan yan kumbaga, i-validate hanggang maging super validated na siya. And that also means na yung client, nagre-require yan na i-test yung landing pages nila. Kumusta yung offer ko dito sa landing page na to? Are there any sections na pa nating ma-optimize or improve? So technically, dun pa lang, that's another way of retaining the client. So that's the active. And in terms naman sa question ni Pia, what I normally do para ma-retain yung client is meron tayong two approach, pero two steps sila palagi. Yung number one na step is trapping the client. Hindi na siya magbabak ng words niya. So first na gagawin mo is, hey client, quick question, how's your experience so far working with me? So pag magsabi yan ng positive na, ang ganda ng experience ko sa pakikipag-work sa'yo. Nga naman, pag mag-offer ka na mag-upsell, sabihin na, ay, pangit pala service mo. So, hindi na sila makakapag-back
I
out,
changed
diba?
my mind.
Galing.
So parang wala silang way to back out.
Pinasubo mo na,
Oo. So, tinanong mo, how's your experience so far working with me? Pag sabihin na, sobrang ganda, ganito. And then, next na approach is ask them, by the way, quick question, what sort of other skills are gonna be valuable for your business? Kasi, yung mangyayari dyan, they will tell you kung ano yung skill na pwede mong i-develop next para sa upsell mo. Kasi hindi ka naman pwede mag-settle sa isang skill lang eh. You'd have to develop a T-shaped skill set. So in short, pwede kang mag-offer ng other skills. Or kung sabihin naman natin na na wala kang skill, pag sabihin nila na, kailangan ko kasi ng email. Okay, may kilala akong email copywriter. I'm going to refer that person to you. So, i-refer mo yung tao. Tapos, yung kakilala mo, sabihin mo na lang na, uy, pare, bayaran mo na ako ng konting commission for finder's fee. Nagkapera ka na, nakatulong ka pa. So, yan yung first approach. The second approach is, again, babalik tayo sa step 1. How's your experience so far working with me? Pag sabihin positive, yes, it was super good. Next na question is, okay, and what would it take me to have this short-term engagement into a long-term partnership? Let them decide kung ano yung pwede mong i-offer. So yung like usually yung nakukuha kong sa ganyang approach is either I would become their brand ambassadors or parang tumutulong sa kanila na mag-train ng landing page designers nila sa loob ng organization nila for the in-house designers. So tendency, yung nagiging position mo, hindi ka na executioner. You become a consultant. So that's how you would retain clients.
Galing. Di ba?
Nice.
Pia, pick your poison doon sa mga sinabi nila. Di ba? I wanna add a little bit lang. I think in my opinion, when it comes to retaining clients, well, there's a plethora of things that you can do. Kagaya nga na sinabi ni Mayor tsaka ni Pet kanina. Coach Mark Allen, lagi kong shoutout to si Coach. Siyempre, Coach ko to eh. He's super good at offers. Okay? Kung may kailangan kayo sa offer, whether it's crafting an offer, revising an offer, refining an offer, he's the guy to talk to. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung sa kanya galing exactly to, but I often hear him speak about the principle of yung first date offer. Tapos meron kayong long-term engagement offers, no? So a variety of different offers basically. So yung idea is first date offers are usually parang patikim, ika nga. Okay? And oftentimes the real offer mo is hiding behind that first date offer, ika nga. Parang ito sige, subukan mo, let's have a short engagement. Subukan mo kung okay itong service ko. Parang sinabi ni Mayor kanina, no? Tapos pagka na-wow mo na sila, napabilib mo sila on that first date, usually maghahanap na ng second date yan. Third date, fourth, hanggang sa maging engaged na kayo. At steady dating na kayo, kumbaga. Diba? Yun yung that's the idea of having retainer services. Now, I think one very important concept that you need to really understand and be, super adept with is yung concept ng revenue line. Okay, kasi an offer is only good if it can affect the bottom line revenue.
Yes.
In my opinion. Okay, at the end of the day, si client, si business owner, kailangan kumita. That's it. walang ibang hindi yan lalo walang masyadong yung mga philanthropic na mga yung mga yan. Kailangan kumita yan. Kasi business there has to be money coming in. Okay, and if you understand the revenue line, yun nga naintindihan mo how to position your offer or your service relative to the revenue line, then most of the time you'll never run out of an irresistible offer. And whether it's one time or ongoing, as long as naaapektuhan mo yung revenue niya. Halimbawa lang, let's say, example ni Sir Pet, writer, di ba? Month in, month out, gumagawa ka ng article. Tapos, yung articles mo, in-offer mo na rin, sige, ito, yung articles ko, i-convert natin into newsletters.
That's right.
Para meron kang engagement sa email mo. Tapos, every so often, we'll drop a sequence na we're trying to sell one of your products. O, di ba? On the back of our newsletters, etc. So, pag nakita ni client na, okay itong in-offer ni Pet sa akin, 'di ba? May articles na ako, consistent article ko. May newsletter pa ako, walang kahirap-hirap, kinapi-paste niya lang. Tapos every now and then pa, nakakabenta kami through the articles that he's creating. O di kung ako si business owner, ba't ko pa pakakawalan si Pet?
Oo.
Exactly.
Diba?
Tama.
I-retainer ko na tong taong to.
Baka
Kasi
muna
nagpapasok ng pera O, di ba?
Kasi pa mag-alok. Baka may kumuha pa nito.
Huwag kang umalis sa akin, dito ka lang sa akin. Ganon, di ba? Kasi nga, it just makes sense for a business kasi you're generating additional revenue for that business. I think that's a key, in my opinion, it's a key concept, it's a key principle that a lot of people need to learn.
Term ni
Yan
boss,
din yung nakakonvince sa akin sa Tribe. Yung revenue line lesson.
revenue line.
Di ba?
Oo.
Mga disipulo ng revenue line, si Coach Neil, di ba?
10 times ko pinanood yun eh. Oo nga, no? Tatlong problema lang ng Tatlong problema lang ng business, no? Parang okay. Sulitin ko nga ulit para ma-memorize.
Ay, Charms, nakamute ka, Charms, ha?
So, yan. So for our last question tonight, guys, what lead you to niche down and how was the process?
Ayan.
So, transitioning na siya to niching down. Parang pwede to, no? Related dun sa VA na 8 years. Nagtatanong kung mag-niche down. Ayan.
Sige, ako.
Sino? Mag-uunahan na naman kayo.
Pero ako, niche down, parang, ako, nagdi-niche down ako ng market. Basta may tatry lang ako. Tapos pag hindi, alis ka. Wala naman. Bawal, hindi naman bawal eh. Diba? Palit ka. Niche down ka uli. Tapos pag yun, medyo nagkaroon ka na ng traction. Pero sabi nga ni Errol, minsan, yung nini-niche down mo, may matitisod kang market na iba eh. Tapos yun pala yung niche mo, pare. Parang gano'n. You have to discover lang eh. Niche ka lang na niche down ka lang. Tapos 2 months, hindi, lipat ka. Diba, hukay ka ng hukay sa lupa na, wala naman palang ginto. Di lumipat ka na, doon ka maghukay sa iba. Huhukay ka.
Analogy tayo ngayon Puro analogy, no?
Ayan, Lorleen, mga matatalanhaga at mga matatalino ang ating mga guests tonight.
Yun lang. Huwag ka matakot mag-niche down tapos mali ang decision mo.
Ayun talaga. I think that's the key thing. Yung takot sila na what if ganito nangyari and all. So try and try.
Wala namang, hindi ka naman pagtatawanan dito sa tribe kang nagkamali. Wala namang gagawa sa'yo dito nun. So, yun lang. Huwag ka matakot. Makiba ka. Huwag matakot. Si Brother Aaron, malalim na yan, sigurado.
Meron yan. Parting words mo na rin.
Meron yan.
Yung sa akin lang siguro is more on yung pag-niche down, yung real niching down is more on building your system.
Boom.
Kumbaga,
tama.
Predictable system na pwede kang ma-replace. Na kahit magsasakit ka, kahit magbakasyon ka, ilang buwan, may papasok na pera pa rin sa'yo. So, yan yung real niching down. Like, kung i-compare natin siya sa sa mga fine dining or restaurant or yung mga chef like si Gordon Ramsay versus may-ari ng McDonald's, they're both restaurants pero mas marami yung pera ng McDonald's. Why? Because they are not good at cooking, they are good at building systems. So the real niching down is really building your systems.
Ganda nun, guys.
Galing,
Take note
tama.
of that.
Galing.
So,
Okay,
ang
Charms,
question
anything,
kasi,
anything you wanna add?
yun lang kasi ang question is what will lead you to niche down? To try things.
Mhm.
Yun. And how was the process? Just focus. Pinag-combine ko na yung sagot na lang dalawa. Ayan.
Okay, I
Um,
think that's it for us tonight, no? Tama ba, Charms?
Yes, medyo extended tayo. So promote lang natin, Ron, kasi alam
Yes.
ko na medyo juicy yung topic natin for tonight. So if you have any questions, if you want to take your business further, just comment the word Tribe, Tribe, on our chat box so that the customer success managers can reach out to you. Check your second inbox kasi minsan pag nagpi-PM sila, napupunta dun sa, alam mo, yung go to yung profile tapos sa message request dun yung makikita yung
Right.
second inbox nyo.
Sali na sa Tribe.
Sorry.
Or
Sorry
if you're
na.
not yet ready, hindi namin kayo pipilitin. Just go to the guide
Yeah.
section, maximize whatever you see there. And if you're earning na, and if you want to take it again further na, then that's the time that you can join. That's a perfect
Actually,
time for you to join Tribe.
I'll even say if you're watching on the page or sa YouTube channel natin, if you're not part of the free community just yet, okay, free to walang bayad to, you can join. Just need to answer some questions pag join ninyo and we'll let you in. May free guides na doon, may community tayo doon, people answering questions. Ito mga live natin, recorded doon. If you want to watch them, mag-binge watch kayo sa weekend, bahala kayo. You can access everything there. So just go ahead and join us doon sa community. I'm sure there's a link there. Bibigay din natin yan. And then a quick reminder as well, every 2 weeks tong Tribe Tambayan natin. So we always invite
Yes.
experts inside the tribe to answer questions for you. Again, basta related sa freelancing, wag na mga ulam, mga ganun. Reserve na natin yung sa mga ibang community. Pero thank you so much, Sir Pets and
thank you.
Mayor Errol.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Salamat.
Iba talaga, no? Iba rin talaga yung dating pag mga inugat na sa tribe, yung kasama mo, no? Ito yung mga...
Batch 1, brother.
Oo, batch
Sorry
1
naman.
Represent, di ba?
Represent.
Okay. Pero thank you for all the, bits and nuggets of knowledge that you've shared with everybody tonight. I'm sure everybody appreciates it. Watch out again for next Monday. Meron na naman tayong live interviews natin. We'll be pulling out another tribe member, share the story, give some tips, show you how it's done basically. And yeah, Charms, any other things you want to say before we end this?
See you on the 7th of October, guys. So all our katambays, 7th of October, save the date. We start 8 p.m.
Yeah. Thank you very much and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
again next Monday. Bye.
Salamat.
Hi guys. Thank you.
Bye.